Let's talk about another one of the most amazing physicians the world has ever seen. And you may not have ever heard of this man, but you're definitely gonna know who he is after we get done with this. And I urge you to do more digging and research on him. But this man's name was Dr. Francis Pottinger. And Dr. Francis Pottinger conducted one of the most amazing studies ever done. So he was a man who was performing adrenalectomies on cats, and he was doing it more so for research for humans, but he was running into a problem that the cats continued to die while going through this process. So he sought out and got people to donate cats, and the next thing you know, he had an abundance of cats. Well, having that many animals led to a problem of how are we going to feed them? So in his start of the study, he was feeding these animals a lot of, what we would call today in modern world cat food. He was giving them processed foods, processed grains, and couldn't understand why the cats continued to die. Well, once he got enough cats in place, he was left with that task of, I need to get more food. So he went down to a local butcher and said, hey, any scraps that you may have, I would love to take them off your hands. The butcher was happy to oblige, and he sent him on his way with an abundance of raw meat, grinded up bones, and raw dairy. And interestingly enough, again, this wasn't his intention, but it's what he found, was that after 4 generations of eating a raw diet or a God food diet, he's seen tremendous differences in behavior, fertility rates, motor function, coordination, etc. So the group of cats that was consuming the processed food started to go infertile. They started to cannibalize their young. They started to lack motor function. So, if you have a cat, you drop it, it should land on its feet. These cats that were 4 generations into eating poor quality food were going through all of those mutations and degenerations and fertility aspects. He started to notice some, if you would, like psychotic behavior and how these cats were performing. So he had his group of processed fed cats and he had his group of raw fed cats. And the opposite happened with the raw fed group, that by the 4th generation of being on raw, none of these previous positions were had. So he was able to prove without a doubt that after 4 generations of eating processed chemical loaded food, you were undoubtedly destined for some sort of disease or malfunction in the body. But if you got onto a good whole food, raw food, nutritious food diet, you could reverse every aspect of disease in the bloodlines of generation after 4 generations of doing that. He wrote a book called Pottinger's Cats, and there's also some old videos of actually seeing the facility and where he kept the cats and some of these behavioral things that I'm talking about. So if you go, I think it's on YouTube, if you go on and check out the Pottinger's Cat study or read his book, Pottinger's Cats, you will be blown away at the understanding that processed food, high inflammatory, sugary foods are the root cause of disease and breakdown in the human body. And Dr. Pottinger proved that over 70 years ago. Check out Pottinger's Cats for more information regarding how to improve the quality of your health.